Content warning. Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is not suitable for all audiences, and viewer/listener discretion is advised. For example, if, when you just heard the term ladies and gentlemen, you immediately thought about how exclusionary it is, then it's probably best you turn this off now.
Oh, God, look at it.
Oh, well, it's good to know that he's eating his fiber.
Yeah, he's very regular.
No, not the beans.
No,
Not
why?
the beans.
Horribly misjudged it.
I just saw it again. All right, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Now that we're at this point, just a little bit of feedback. I think I know why women keep canceling on your show.
Yeah, to be honest, it wasn't a mystery. Yeah.
Welcome to Dead Men Talking. I'm Freddy Quinne, and he's a lanky cunt.
He's a fat cunt as well. You're not getting away with it like that. You're still a fat cunt.
We got a woman on.
We finally did it. Guys, we finally did it.
Hallelujah, praise be her name.
So shut your fucking whinging. All the people, why don't you have women on? Because they don't want to come on. We try.
Yeah, we managed to find a dumb one.
Yeah, we found a weirdo.
We found one that was thick enough to come on.
Yeah.
She's absolutely lovely. We love her. She's called Abigoliah Schamaun.
She's funny as fuck.
Abigail Sherman, if you're English.
Yeah, that's the translation. Abby S, if you can't be bothered. She's dead fun. We had a proper good laugh with her, didn't we?
Yeah, she's great, Abigoliah, and thank you ever so much for her for coming on.
And her entire gender.
Yeah, representing it.
Yeah.
Representing. Hopefully we get more women on.
Yeah, hopefully this will, they'll see that one's been, safely released into the wild afterwards.
Exactly.
Maybe.
It's like when hostage negotiations, and they go, well, I'll let that one out.
You've got to let one out so we know that you're serious.
How do we know? A woman's done your podcast. How do we know you've not touched her? It's all right. We're releasing proof.
Yeah.
We've
got video footage. She survived.
Video footage. She was fine.
She enjoyed it until we started showing her videos.
Yeah. She really
struggled. I'll be honest. I didn't go too deep on the videos.
No.
We could have gone worse.
Yeah. She wasn't enjoying the videos.
We got the reaction we wanted from a fairly medium tier one. So we introduced her to Naked Martin, and it was a perler.
She loves it.
Yeah. Right. So if you love it, sign up to our Patreon. It's £3, and don't be a nonce, innit?
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's about right.
£3 a month and you get loads and loads of shit, and it supports the podcast, so do that. Yeah. But in the meantime...
And if you are a nonce, then send me £300 and I'll send you some pictures.
Okay, right. Let's get to this episode. Enjoy the episode that you're now going to watch. We're rolling. We're on,
and it's Abigoliah Schamaun.
How you doing, mate?
Yay, I'm good.
We did it, Freddie.
We did it.
We finally got a woman to agree.
Yes!
Look at you, so much diversity.
I know, finally.
I feel so tingly.
Yeah,
I feel so good about myself.
I know. We had an Asian on nice and early.
Good for you.
Yeah, a lot of people think Brennan's gay, so there you go. That nearly
and then
counts.
it went really straight white man.
Really did for a bit.
Against our we really tried.
We
really tried.
We have had so many cancellations from women who I think may have watched the podcast.
Well, see, this is where we were talking about, before we were on. So I've listened to the podcast, right?
Sure.
And,
you know what you're getting.
I know what I'm getting, and I like the way you guys deal with stuff. So because I'm super woke, so I have to double check that I'm not going to get canceled for being on something. But when you were talking about women doing village gigs and how people will tweet all male lineups, you've asked a lot of women. Let it be known to the listeners, they did not ask me. I happened to be in town. I asked them because no one ever thinks to ask little Abigoliah Schamaun if she wants to be on a podcast.
I totally agree, and I think what Abigoliah is saying is that northern women are pussies.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolute fannies.
That's a real shots fired from woke Abigoliah Schamaun there. Really threw it out there.
I came from London just for this. I was like, lads, I've got a hotel. hotel. I've booked my train. I'm coming up.
Oh, well, thank you for
Yeah, no,
coming
we're
on.
proper glad you did, mate.
No, I'm
like,
glad to be
genuinely
here.
proper good to have you.
You're going to be a lot of incels' first wanks this morning.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you.
If you see any very smelly men clutching a can of Monster Energy at any of your gigs coming up, that was us.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
We have got the smelliest fan base going, I think.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fan base that you look at and you go, "There's not enough Lynx Africa in the world to mask."
We're genuinely
What's
considering
going
our
on?
live shows like having like at the entrance, like like sometimes you get a shower on the way into something like a disinfectant shower. We're just going to stand with cans of deodorant as people come into our
We should
gig.
do it. We should do it at the other side of a car wash.
There you go. Everyone has to walk through.
Just get a big scrubbing brush like they've been in Chernobyl.
We do have smelly fans, don't we?
Thanks for being here, you smelly cunts.
Smelly fans. It's fine.
Also, all you have to do is take a shower. Smelly people. That's all you have to do.
I know, it's so easy. Like, have a shower. Learn also what a lot of them get wrong is washing their clothes. They don't do that properly. And like, or they'll hang them up weird and they go all musty, or they put too many in and it doesn't rinse properly. Just learn to wash your clothes properly.
Yeah, open spots are the smelliest, aren't we? We've spoken about this before.
No one's smellier than a new comedian.
Yeah. I listened to you guys talk about it, and I was like, really? But then again, I don't drive, so I'm not in cars with a lot of people.
This is it. When you're in an enclosed space with that air recycling, then you notice.
One time I did a tour of Southeast Asia. Hashtag brag.
Nice.
It was for Laughing Horse. Let's calm down. But there weren't like open spots. But there's something about, like, obviously we're in Southeast Asia, so it's like humid as fuck. And all of like the older dudes, there was a couple of them who it's just like, wash your fucking ass.
Yeah.
Like, we're in Southeast Asia. You have to take more than one shower.
Sure.
Like, if you go out sightseeing all day, bathe before the show, you sweaty motherfucker. Like, it was just like, how did you get this old and no one's told you? But how do you tell people? That's
This is the
thing.
problem. No one tells them because, like, who wants to be it?
Again,
who wants to be that person telling them?
I had a roommate.
Anonymous Twitter page.
Okay.
That's a smelly lineup.
I love that. I'm for that.
Yeah.
When I was in college, a university, I had my first roommate was so smelly that she
living with them.
stunk up the hallway.
She as well.
And-
It's usually the fellas who are the stinky ones.
She was bad at the hygiene. And the thing is like, I knew she showered because like we had like a little ensuite, so we had a shower. And my mom was like, does she wash herself properly? I was like, I don't know. I'm not having that conversation.
Yeah, but
I'm not
clearly
being like,
no.
do you wash your vagina? But like, so I...
Excuse me, are you watching your pussy properly?
Well, I complained to like the head, there's always like a student who's 2 years older who runs the hall. And God bless, I had a conversation with him and he had to go to her and be like, listen, hygiene's really important. And now that I look back, I was like 18. He was probably like 19-year-old gay boy having to go to this like
having to go, look, we've had
girl.
reports about your stinky fanny.
Yeah.
It's getting to the point we really need to do something
It
about
was
it.
so bad.
To be fair, though, if you proper fucking stunk, you'd want someone to tell you.
You would, but it goes back to like, I don't know, you just need good friends. I mean, I'll
it's
be
good
honest.
to know that you do want telling, Freddie. So there's a thing we've been meaning to, a chat we've been meaning to have.
Why I actually came up.
This is actually an intervention.
I'm shocked and appalled. And you know what? I'm not going to change for anyone.
Fair enough. You be you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I would respect that you honour my life choice.
No, I do.
Of smelling...
If you want to carry on smelling like hot cum, that is up to you.
I mean, this is a little embarrassing for me, but like during lockdown, so I don't wash my hair that much.
Right.
I shower every day, but I probably wash my hair once a week. But once lockdown happened, like, because I wasn't gigging, I wasn't going anywhere, I just pulled my hair into a ponytail every day and didn't think about it.
How long?
I don't know the actual number, but eventually
Did it start to dreadlock?
my boyfriend was like, you have to wash your hair. You smell like a hippie. Like, it's disgusting.
Wow.
Like the man I have sex with was like, I can't do this anymore.
When a dude is like, I can't get round this.
Yeah.
You know it's got real bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Holy
I have ignored straight up shit stains on women's asses. So I've just worked around them.
Ay.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you told me about this once before that you carry... no.
Because, I'm not stopping the flow to be like, you've got a shitty ass.
No, mate, I have very high standards, mate. If there's a single pube...
You're like, too old. Get out of here.
No, but if they have a shitty ass, that's when you like get all like in a sexy way. You're like, babes, let's take a shower together.
Right, yeah.
Let's take a shower together.
Babes, where do we put the wet wipes?
No, I just manned up and rimmed her. Got it spotless.
Oh, God.
I'm joking.
And that's how we got a stomach virus for 6 months.
Yeah, it wasn't a bat in Wuhan.
Oh, it'd be like having a choc dip.
My dick does look like a little breadstick, to be fair.
God. Oh, what a start to the show.
Yeah. So, like, how long do you reckon you went then without a wash? Like, I guess. Like, we're talking like a couple of months.
And again, we're talking about, like, I was washing my body.
Sure,
I want to be very
we're
clear about
that.
that. I was washing my body.
No slightly older people had to come tell you off.
Right. Probably about a month
right.
to a month and a half. But, like, also, we spent the first, like, deep lockdown in Cornwall. So, like, I was going out every day. I was going for walks. I was, like, outside. I was, like, moving around.
So you were active as well.
So, yeah. So I was getting sweaty. But I was like, well, heads don't smell. They do, guys. They do.
Yeah, no, I've been to enough festivals to know that hair can smell.
Also, as well, you're tall, aren't you?
Yeah. And so I'm at the height where I am getting the full whiff.
You just go past people and just smell the top of their heads.
Yeah.
Just go, oh no.
Bit creepy. Oh God, I've just remembered an incredibly embarrassing story.
Great.
Go on.
So, oh God, this mortifies me. Genuinely, my heart just went weird thinking about this. So, like, this is when I was like, so I'm a teenager. So I was like at school. I'm like 15, maybe something like that.
Aye.
And like me and my mate met some like girls in the park that we didn't know. Right, so we're like, new girls, and we're from like a little town. This didn't happen all the time.
And bear in mind, you've sniffed up. So I'm expecting sniffing to happen at some point.
Yeah, so at this point, I had just like heard about people like smelling hair as like being a thing, and I didn't know what,
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Did you sniff one and go, "You're not from round here"?
No, I didn't sniff and go.
Yeah, in your big Yorkshire, "These not from round these parts."
No. I was so naive. I'd heard it on a thing, and I thought it was just like a thing that you did when you were trying to like woo someone.
Wait, you thought it was a sexy thing?
Yeah.
It's a creepy thing.
Yeah, I found that out real quickly.
Oh, Jesus.
Teenage Mulholland sniffing women.
I genuinely, I thought it was that thing. And like...
So what did you do? So there's some girls who aren't from around here.
So we're in the park.
You and your mate, looking creepy.
Yeah, drinking some ciders or whatever.
Drinking ciders in the park.
So did you speak to these people before?
Yeah, we were like chatting. Like, it wasn't like my opening move.
You weren't like...
No, but we're
Hi, I'm Rob.
E-up, duck.
Not far off. We were sat around like chatting for a bit, and like I thought it was like, I don't know what I was thinking.
Like animalistic type thing.
Yeah, and like immediately she just goes, "Did you smell my hair?" And I was like, "No."
Oh God!
And like got really weird, and they just like left like a couple of minutes afterwards.
You think?
Yeah,
You
I know.
think it got
I know.
weird?
Now looking back, yeah, they should have fucking run.
Yeah.
Oh God.
My God, it was mortifying. I didn't know. I thought it was just like a thing that people, I just didn't know the context of it, and like.
So you thought that people sniff strangers?
Not like, but I thought it was like a flirting thing that people just like did, and it was like a. I just didn't know, mate.
Wow.
Yeah. One of the most mortifying moments of my entire life, because I instantly was like, "Oh no, I fucked this!" Like I instantly knew.
Abigoliah, as the moral compass of this podcast,
Doing my best.
is that technically assault?
I think it's harassment. I think it's harassment.
It might be harassment.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
Sexual harassment, because you're doing it in a sexual way.
Sure, yeah.
Like, were you guys having any other flirty moments
Yeah.
before? Was the touch on the knee happening and all this
we were
stuff?
like, it was genuinely like probably the best I'd ever done with chatting up a girl to that point.
Jesus Christ, you
To
poor
that
thing.
point, and then I'd
broken the 2-minute mark.
Yeah. Like, I was not smooth as a teenager.
I've seen Ninja Warriors last longer than Rob's
Where
flirting.
did you read that? Like, this reminds me of like when I was a teenager. You'd read like Teen Magazine or Cosmo, and they give all those sex tips, and all of them are like dangerously bad.
Right. See, like,
so you wouldn't know, and you'd meet a guy and be like, "This is what they like."
Yeah, I'm gonna put a grapefruit on your dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know who do a lot of that? Vice.
Yeah.
I remember when Vice was like, we're cutting journalism, we're hard-hitting journalism, it's back to the
We do
old
drugs.
school.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck. And now it's like fingering advice for straight men from lesbians, and it's like, what? The fuck are you on about?
Yeah.
Just get your whole hand in there and just do that. It's fine.
That's the technique.
The little wiggle.
Yeah.
The little wiggle.
Works
You know,
when
like
you got little
the,
chipolata fingers.
You know, like the Bollywood Indian sort of screwing the light bulb.
Sure. That's your technique.
That's the classic.
Just shove it in and I go like that.
No, so
Yeah.
like I wasn't reading stuff like that, but I was a very pretentious teenager. So I was
Rob, you shocked me.
I know. Kel Surprise.
I bet you were into Morrissey and all sorts.
Oh yeah, I love the Smiths. Yeah, but like I was reading a lot of like French existentialism, so it might have been
Sartre.
Yeah, Sartre and Camus. So it might have been out of that
What
or
a
something. And like,
twat.
you know, yeah, I was such a little tit.
I thought
So you know, if you're the girl whose hair I smelt that time, I'm so sorry. I'm doing better. I've done the reading. I'm learning.
I don't know whether or
I'm
not
listening. I'm learning.
don't know whether or not now's the time to mention that Camus was more about absurdism than existentialism. Whatever.
Well, I would actually argue that L'Étranger is very existentialist. So you know.
Yeah, well, you'd be wrong.
Oh, would I? He really thought he'd have me there.
I found something on the internet the other day that really made me smile.
Okay.
I've sent it to you.
Email me.
It's a little picture.
Okay.
And
dear.
I think you're going to like this,
Okay.
especially Abigoliah. It's not disgusting or anything
Okay.
like that.
Okay,
It's-
people are always scared whenever we open anything.
Well, you did ask me before we turned on the thing how good I am with disgusting stuff.
yeah.
So
we'll
I'm
test that later.
all right.
We
all right.
literally
We're in
save
the
that.
warm-up section.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
We
I'm
save
ready.
it until the end. That
Yeah,
stuff.
because otherwise people leave.
Yeah. And then who's heard us Rob Sniff?
Okay.
So
Oh my gosh.
that
Yeah.
is a Barbie doll. Well, specifically, it's a Ken doll.
It looks like a male Bratz doll.
Is it a New Kids on the Block commemorative doll?
So, no.
Okay.
But I would like you both to tell me what is special about this particular Ken doll.
Is that a cock ring round his neck? Have I actually got it right?
You have got it right.
No,
Fuck off!
That's a gay doll.
So,
I took that from the context of this podcast. That was the
Yeah,
information.
yeah.
There's
So-
nothing else to say that is a cock ring.
This
It's a tiny
I
cock ring.
I honestly, I cannot.
Is this a life-size man
I cannot believe
in a costume?
I honestly cannot believe that you've got that right. Right. So this is Magic Earring Ken, and this is the best-selling Barbie doll of all time.
Wait a minute. What year are we? Please tell me this is not
This is
Barbie.
this is the early 90s.
Okay, they're not. This is not them trying to be woke. They're not like it's fucking
Yeah.
LGBTQ month in
We're doing
2022.
fisting
Okay.
Ken. Yeah.
It's worse, right? And I've looked this up, and it's
So
all
this
true.
is an official Barbie
This
release.
is an official Barbie release. It's the best-selling Barbie doll of all time, and they had to pull it off the shelves after 6 weeks
and they
because
had to pull it out of Barry's.
well, because so many gay men were buying it up.
Right.
So
And you can't have gay men enjoying anything.
let me tell you the story of Magic Earring Ken. So, round about the early 90s, they did some focus groups and they realised that young girls didn't think that that Ken was cool enough. So
Right,
they
so they
thought.
thought, who do young girls like? Gay men.
So they thought.
They do.
I do.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
them.
yeah.
They thought, how do we make Ken cooler? And some.
This is what they came up with for cooler.
Purple mesh leather.
Well,
What could be cooler?
Well, can you tell me where they might get this look from in the early 90s?
Well, it's like Boys to Men sort of thing.
Where might you have gone where loads of gay men would be dressed like this?
Pride, like the Lower East Side or like whatever the gay
Berghain
quarter
in
is.
Berlin.
Yeah.
Well, you're not far off. They went to a rave, right?
Oh my god.
Which was really popular. They were like, that's where cool people go.
He's got
They
some
go-
Vaseline on his chest.
They go, cool people go to raves.
Sure.
Right?
Where's his glow sticks?
So,
I think it's a different kind of
so-
rave.
I know where his glow sticks are. And put it this way, his friend looks like a firefly right now. He looks like that little fucking wasp thing out of Princess and the Frog.
Sure.
They went to a rave, right? And they made notes of what everyone was wearing for the new Ken doll. Now, unfortunately, what they didn't know was that in the early 90s, a lot of gay men went to raves.
Of course they did.
And also, in the early 90s, cock rings were a massive thing. So a lot of gay men...
Well, because if you're doing ecstasy, you might need something to help. You get horny, but you can't perform. So a bit of a cock ring might be useful. I get the utility of it.
A lot of them would wear the cock ring around their neck, like a necklace,
to signify
to be like, wait.
But here's the thing: is they
like
would
a
also
hanky in the 70s.
They
yeah.
Just being like, hello.
Well, they would also, as well, stitch cock rings into their clothing, which would signify whether or not that person was a top or a bottom.
Wow.
So, in case you're wondering, Ken is very much a bottom.
Right, yeah. He looks
Amazing.
it, to be fair. That looks like a bottom
Also,
to me. It looks like a twink.
I mean, obviously, when they picked this look, they didn't know what the rings meant. But if that's a cock ring, that is a very large cock ring for that doll, or a very small cock ring for a human.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a functional cock ring. It's not like when you get Barbie and it's my size Barbie, you get to wear the clothes. Like, that is just like, you'd be like, oh,
well, good for Ken. He's gone from a completely smooth nub to an absolute fucking hammer by the looks of it. He's really gone from 0 to 60, hasn't he?
Very much the archetypal grower, not a shower, isn't he? Is our Ken. So yeah, how cool is that? And
so did gay guys just buy it because they're like, that's awesome?
Yes, because they instantly knew what it meant. Because they
see that and they go, he's a fucking bum.
Yeah. And they saw the cock ring and they were like, that's the funniest thing I think I've ever seen. And so they bought it on droves, and it took 6 weeks. Because for the first 2 weeks,
they're just like, this is a hit.
Gentlemen, to success. We appear to have made the best-selling toy of all time for little girl. What? Who's bought it? Julian's bought it. What? Oh, God, get it off. So, yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing. You know, I didn't know this thing about the cock rings, like stitching them into your clothing, but now it makes me wonder, you know, in leather jackets, how they'll have all this, like, extra shit on them, like all these extra rings and zippers.
Like the biker bra jacket.
Yeah. In which I own these, right? And now I'm like, oh my God, it used to be a cock ring, and now they're just sewing them onto leather jackets, and everyone's like, look, I'm a badass, and people are like, look at that leather mama.
Well,
feels like you may have been sending a code to people you didn't know about.
It's like, she's a bit of a dom, isn't she?
Who knew that?
Have you
This
seen...
actually says power bottom.
So there's a load of... It's got me thinking of biker rallies now.
Yeah, Jesus.
Have you ever done any of the biker rallies?
Like, as a performer?
Yeah.
No,
So
I don't get booked for that.
Right, so in the north, like, honestly, you would love them.
Another male lineup.
No, like, you would love them. I'm sure you'd have a great time.
Well, I mean, they are called smacked arse comedy. And I'm not even joking. The logo is a woman bent over with a bare arse.
I used to host Spank, so I'm used to that.
Sure.
There you go.
Feminism is sort of an idea they've heard of.
Okay.
Right? Like, you know, it's not really progressed that far in the biker community.
Yeah.
We've only just got them to stop using swastikas.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, like one thing, and not all of them have done.
I feel like you pronounce swastika then with a CH and it freaked me out. Swastika.
Swastika. It's a
Felt like it was
swastika.
Sean Connery. Swastika.
Yeah. Like, did I must have told you about the time I accidentally performed at a Nazi rally.
No.
So it was one of the...
Accidentally.
No, like, I'll try and find the photo. There's an amazing photo of me at this, right, so it was one of these biker rallies. Now,
wasn't Dankula's roast, was it?
No, like 99% of these biker rallies are proper lovely. So it's a guy from the north, Buxom, who is a biker, and he runs them for a charity to help disabled bikers. They're like awesome.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It's awesome.
I want to do these.
They're so sick. So they kit them out with like customized bikes and stuff like that.
And
it's awesome.
I don't know if you've ever met a disabled biker before, but they are the most nuts people on the planet because they are one of two things. They are either a biker that was able-bodied that got into a crash that became disabled and went, well, that's not going to stop me, or it's someone that was born with no arms that went, you know what I want to do when I grow up?
Amazing.
I want to eat a handlebar.
Yeah.
So they're nuts. They're fucking nuts people.
So most of them are class, and I've done loads of them. I've stayed over at a couple and partied with them. I know a bunch of the bikers now. Lovely people. It turns out not all the groups are lovely.
No, there's some absolute nutters.
Yeah, so I got booked for this biker rally. I had been on, and Clayton Jones had been on, and Mick Ferry was on closing.
Yeah.
And that was when I noticed the backdrop. And I sort of got Clayton, and I was like, Clayton, have you seen what's at the back of the stage?
No.
And he's like, eee. Now, Clayton, for anyone who doesn't know, is a black fella. Like, they've been very nice to him. Like, so it's been all right. I think it's probably just Jewish people they're not into, judging by the backdrop. So here is a picture of me that is incredibly incriminating. So,
Look. Oh, my God. I've never been so excited.
Here's a picture of me. And if you have a little look in the backdrop,
Oh my
Wait, where is
God!
Oh my God! I wouldn't have seen. No wonder you
I
didn't
know, I
see
didn't
it
spot
right
it.
away.
So it's just a
Yeah.
little swastika in the middle of this massive logo.
Sons
But-
of hell.
But what you will see, if you look at this photo carefully, is a swastika and then me with a microphone. Right? Not a great look. I think you'll agree. It looks like I'm not even smiling. Right? Looks like I'm just giving a speech, doesn't it?
I mean, you could argue that you were there speaking for Jewish rights, and you're just like, look how unhappy you're like you don't look like you're enjoying yourself.
Sure,
on that.
it wasn't a great gig.
Yeah, you look like the most Jewish person most of them have ever seen.
Yeah, like let's be honest. You're in that photo.
Yeah.
You're just a tall. What is his name? Woody Allen.
Yeah, Woody Allen vibes, isn't it?
Like I always finish
And
on a
that you
song.
look like you have sex with your stepdaughter.
Sure. I always finish on a song. This time I finished on Have a Nagila. But no, so that photo, I got sent, I tagged that afterwards. I was like, can you untag me on Facebook, please?
Wow.
Yeah, incredible, isn't it?
Wow.
So always check them. But most of the biker rallies, lovely.
First biker rally I did, I had loads of fun. And afterwards, the guy who promotes them, I came on stage to get paid, and he had his head in a mound of powder. And he goes, right, I can pay you cash, or I can pay you in speed, or I can do half.
Yeah.
And he goes, and before you make your mind up, it's really good.
Yeah, to be fair, he does have the best speed.
Yeah.
I can confirm it's shit hot stuff.
Well, I was like,
I've taken the half and half in the past.
Yeah, good
I
for you.
have.
Well, I got diagnosed with ADHD last year, so now I'm on the pill. So I just have speed. So
Sure.
I'd be like, I need the money.
That was a bit
to
of
buy
a...
my own speed.
This was before I knew I had ADHD, and it was a bit disappointing. I didn't get a buzz. I was just I was just leveled out by it.
I took the piss out of your ADHD at the beginning of the first
Freddie was like, oh, you don't have ADHD, blah, blah.
10 to 15 episodes. But after working with you for longer, I'm coming round to the fact. I'm coming round to the fact that it might be real.
Yeah, it defo is.
You've got a weird way about you.
Yeah, I'm a weird dude, yeah.
Yeah, when you get stressed or there's pressure, you kind of have a bit of a...
Get very snappy.
Me and Abigoliah turned up exactly at the time that you asked us to turn up. And
I
you
didn't
were like,
ask you. Look, that is not fair. I did not want to record today. I was very busy, and you made me do it. And this was the only time I could fit.
I have just got back from North Yorkshire.
Yeah, I had to go drop my dog off at the kennels in North Yorkshire. Literally walked back through the door, then you arrived. So I've not had any time.
Does it make you feel sad when you drop him off?
I did, yeah.
Oh, mate.
What
about if
he's with my mum? My mum works at kennels, so she's looking after
because
him.
I was like, why did you have to go all the way to North Yorkshire?
Because my mum works there, so it's nicer.
So it's free.
What about
No, we're paying, but it's just
okay.
nice. It's with me mum.
What about if I told you that he has no concept of the idea that you're going to come and get him?
Oh, I know, and he's just going to sit there dead sad. Yeah.
Right now,
I'm well aware of that.
Thinks that you've given him up forever.
Yeah.
He's
What a surprise in a week, though.
Oh God!
That's the way to look at it, isn't it? Might feel abandoned now. In a week, he's going to be fucking delighted.
That's what they should say about children giving up for adoption. Look, you feel sad now, but imagine if they came back.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get this off. That's not a real button?
No, I screenshotted it, mate.
Great.
I didn't realise that'd be such
shit,
a problem.
I turned that off. Let's press the wrong button to turn the
Again,
computer
I
off.
believe in his ADHD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't once. I don't know about you, Rob, but once I got diagnosed, because I didn't think I
haven't had a formal diagnosis yet.
Okay.
I'm on a long waiting list, but it's fucking obvious.
My boyfriend spotted it in me, and I absolutely
Fuck, that's
point
still there.
blank didn't believe I had it.
Right.
And once I was actually diagnosed and I talked to a doctor about it, now not only am I so aware that I have it, I think everyone around me has it because of what we do.
You're in
It's like,
comedy.
oh, yeah.
Loads of people do.
absolutely.
I've diagnosed, I think, about 5 comedians who's
Yeah.
then gone on to go, oh, actually, yeah.
Absolutely don't have it. I get shit done.
Nah, you're all right. You've
I-
got sociopathy. That's what you've got. Just emotionless, just serial killer vibes.
Or maybe that's autism. ADHD and autism.
Sure.
Autistic people seem to
I'm not autistic.
contract each other.
Not enough detail orientation. Yeah. No, I think Freddy's just a weird dude. I don't think he's categorizable.
No, I'm not. I'm not weird at all. I'm very level.
Yeah, that's
I
weird.
think no. I think it's weird for comedians because comedians are generally speaking fucking nuts. But I'm incredibly level, and I think that is it's normal.
It's the
for
cold,
normal.
dead look in your eyes. You know?
Really, as I look at you all as expendable things.
Yeah, I could just see you blankly, just not even flinching as you just smother someone to death.
It depends who.
Yeah, there we go. So,
It depends who. There's a few comics who I would smother to death.
Yeah, but
Happily.
I'd do it with delight. That would be the difference.
With an erection.
Freddy's just like, this needs to be done. Now I will do my invoicing in a timely manner.
This is it, yeah. It's just another task on his list. Yeah.
Genuinely, I would feel, because I make a lot of lists.
Uh-huh.
And I tick them off and stuff. I have an app called Todoist.
Okay.
And so I go through and it reminds me if I haven't done stuff. It sends me like shameful little emails where it goes, "You've not finished all your tasks today, you piece of shit."
The shame, I couldn't deal.
It would piss me off too much. I'd just get fucking furious.
And this is the type of thing that they tell ADHD people to do,
yeah.
and then you do it, and because you get an email going, "You forgot to take your pins out," then you're like, "I'm a failure at everything.
Yeah.
I must crawl into bed for 3 days and
I'm gonna do
isolate."
much less.
You see,
Yeah.
I also have a PA as well, and I get her to do loads of stuff.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
What?
What kind of money does this podcast make? What is this? You have a PA? That's awesome.
We're doing all right.
It's all right. Because I value my time and I don't like doing admin and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've got somebody who's really good at it, and so I just send it all to her and she sorts it all out.
Yeah, I am going to do that, to be fair.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't have an agent, and so the money that I spend getting an agent to do nothing, I actually get a PA that I can decide what she does, when she does it.
And then I fucking answer back.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I also don't have an agent, and I've thought about getting a PA, but like I don't even know where to start. Like how many hours would they work? Like what would I need them for?
Sort of,
like how expensive is it?
You find out basically.
Yeah.
So what you
only need them for a couple of hours a week for comedy.
So
I want to get like you can get online. You can do ones where they're virtual assistants, and I want someone from like a really war-torn country.
Well, this is it.
Oh, there you go.
Who calls me Mr. Rob?
So this is it. So the further east you go, the cheaper it gets, but the worse the English gets.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you have to make a.
No, I'm going full Mr. Rob. I pay £5 a month.
You have to make you have to make a cut-off point about which country has good enough sort of English that it's doable to do the job of the PA, but it's cheap enough so that you're making money.
Mate,
and
I'll go Vanuatu if it's cheap.
So do you have a virtual assistant then? They're not.
No, I've got a proper one.
It's a real person he actually knows.
But she's here illegally, and so so I hold that over her for £3 an hour.
Keeps her in a caravan in his garden.
Yeah, I just hate doing admin.
No, I get it.
I just fucking hate it.
I did the same thing when I fired my agent. I hired an editor to do all my video editing. So I was like, I'll spend the same amount of money, and like, it was such a better choice in the end. Yeah.
I honestly think that if you're not regularly going on TV, or that's your plan to be regularly on TV, I don't get what an agent does for you.
It was just admin. That's why I had one, to do my admin. But they were also a bit of a knob, so it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I've worked with people in this industry as like agents or publicists who are like clearly like I had to fire my last publicist because they also clearly had ADHD.
Right, which is not what you need from someone like that.
Well, it made me feel bad because like we had one conversation where I was like, I need you to be honest with me about timelines. I need you to send me finished work, all this. He goes, I'm so sorry. And then it happened again. And I was like, I can't do this. I have to fire you. Yeah. But it's like, I have ADHD, but I will do the bare minimum, which is my job.
Sure.
I might not get to all of my other special tasks in like my career, but I will show up to the show and do the show. Whereas this guy was like, I'd be like, hey, is the press release done? And he sent me a 3-page WhatsApp about like him almost losing his mortgage. And I'm like, this is not my problem. And I am also trying to pay you money to do a job that you are not doing.
And like writing that takes longer than doing the fucking press release.
Yeah, oh my God. I swear to God, I will I will get on my phone and show you the insane, just the pay of like personal things in his life, and I was just like, right, but is my press release gonna be I'm sorry that
I love our fellow ADHDers, but there's certain jobs I would not hire them for.
Yeah,
you know, like you want an autistic for that.
Yeah. That's what me and Joe Wells, we do a podcast together. He does all of the editing.
There you go.
I book the guests.
ADHDs and autistics together, we form like a super team.
Yeah.
It's like, because like we've got all the strengths and our weaknesses are cancelled out.
So what are the strengths of ADHD?
So like generally social interactions, good with people, outgoing, all that sort of stuff.
So hire you guys for sales jobs.
Sales jobs, yeah.
Great.
If you want someone to do flyering, you want someone to like marketing, promotion, that sort of stuff.
Okay, great. Good vibes.
Good
Good vibes.
vibes. We're
Good vibes.
kings of vibes.
But
Yeah.
autism people, autistics,
People
as
with
they
autism
like to be known.
There's all different,
They are famously not known for their social interaction skills.
Right.
that's what autism is. Yeah.
But they have I've seen Rain Man.
That very accurate depiction of
Yeah.
most
Yeah,
autism.
yeah.
Dreadful at chat, great at poker.
yeah.
We all know.
I bet you go to the casino a lot with Joe, don't you?
Yeah, there we go. That's what we do. It's like about $100. Yeah, that's
Sure.
Joe all the way through. Yeah.
It's so you guys they're detail orientated.
They're better
Yeah.
at that sort of thing generally. Autistic. Obviously, it's a spectrum. People are different, but in general,
You know what's mad though is that they don't get to choose what bits they focus on. So some of them focus on, let's say, the stock market, and they have a absolutely encyclopedic knowledge of stocks up, down,
Same
and they
with
can
ADHD
use that to make shitloads of money.
Same with ADHD. We're hyper-focused.
But some of them are like, I just like the length of flowers, and it's like you can't do anything. You're fucked.
Well, yeah. So in ADHD, we have hyperfocus, which is like instead of like a prolonged interest, like I love the stock market or I love comedy, it's like zooming in on one task that you just get obsessed with. And people are always like, it's a superpower. You can hyper. I was like, it's not a superpower, because if it was a superpower, I could choose to hyper focus on writing my show.
Yeah.
Instead, I
I've just played
hyper-focus.
Football Manager for 16 hours.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Do you know who else is doing that? And it's winding me the fuck up. There's a deaf girl on Love Island. Right.
Okay.
And she's really nice.
I know how you feel about the disabled.
I think she's the most beautiful one on there.
Yeah.
And she's deaf, but she had cochlear implants. So she kind of just... One of the name of the new arrival. She had cochlear implants, so she sort of speaks normally, but it sounds a little bit like she's speaking through a Pringles tube.
Yeah.
Like that's it, basically.
Sure.
But she's like, yes, I am deaf, but it's my superpower, and it's like, explain, because I've never heard of Deaf Man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like,
not a superpower.
I can see things.
There's a crime. There's a crime happening. Get the fucking bat symbol. Fucking bitch.
Villain sneaking up on her. Yeah, no, I do hate that sort of talk where it's like, no, actually, ADHD or autism, that's your superpower. And like, there are like good things to it. It's not like, it's not like all bad at all. But it's like the whole point of it is we can't control it. A superpower you can control.
Yeah.
But you don't
ADHD
have to.
just happens. And like, I'll be like, okay, I'm obsessed with 50s rockabilly music for a week.
Yeah.
But,
But how patronising is it for you guys to be like, it's actually your superpower?
yeah, it is, yeah.
It's like,
'cause it's fucked up. It's fucked my life up.
If someone else like identifies their like condition or disability as a superpower, and that makes them feel better personally, fine. Like if I don't watch Love
However
Island,
you cope
but
with that shit. Yeah.
if she feels like she has a superpower, I'm like all power to her. But when people tell
is
me
wrong.
I have a superpower, that I am lucky, I'm like, you fucking, I am not.
I mean,
You don't realise all the shit that happens, like you
would
don't
say-
see with ADHD. All the
Exactly.
little stuff that's been fucked up all the way through your life.
I would say that her superpower is being fit.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, that'll get you far.
Yeah, it's going to get you a lot further than death.
Oh yeah.
100%. Yeah, I've not seen a lot of deaf page 3 models.
But being fit enough to go on Love Island is more of a superpower than being
100%.
deaf.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest privileges you can have, being like crazy
Beautiful.
hot. Yeah, like they just float through life.
They did
It's
a
totally
study.
different.
They did a study, didn't they? That pretty people get like on average like 300 grand more in their career.
They also they're more likely to get acquitted of crimes. People just trust fit people.
Do you remember that meme of this guy? This happened in America, and I can't remember who it was. But
Oh, is it the hot mugshot?
the hot mugshot.
Yeah.
He's now a professional model.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, what was his fucking name?
I
Dahmer?
have no idea.
No, Jeffrey Dahmer. That's why
That hottie.
all those gay kids didn't want to go back, but as soon as they saw his jacket covered in cock rings and that big necklace, they were like, "Well, there's something about him." He was Jerome Meeks, something like that. It was definitely something
Right,
Meeks.
okay.
I'm telling you
Yeah,
now.
look this up because
I'll
I don't remember.
Google
Meeks
Jerome.
sounds familiar, but
Jeffrey
that could
Meeks
just
or
be...
Jerome Meeks?
Jeremy Meeks, maybe.
I was so close.
but
If it was
actually
Jeremy,
wrong. It was Jeremy. So
I was so close.
yeah, but you were wrong.
I got the J and I got the Meeks.
Yeah, but
She was dating for a while.
He
was dating for a while.
Please don't misgender this criminal model.
Bad boy.
Imagine if that was the line that this podcast got called upon.
Can you see real quick what he was arrested for?
Sure. It says here he was a member of the Crips. So
Jesus.
So he was convicted on federal charges of being a felon in possession of a firearm and grand theft.
Are they a band? Oh, the Cribs.
I don't think he was in a Wakefield indie rock band. I don't think that's what he got arrested for. But, like, you know, I get the whole bad boy thing, but there's fucking levels. When he's got a teardrop tattoo, that's beyond a bad boy.
Yeah, I know, but women do like a bad boy, though.
Yeah.
That's why I
but a
get
teardrop
so much
tattoo.
puss.
Oh, sure. What a bad boy you are. Your favourite film's La La Land, you big mince.
My favourite film is not La La Land.
But it's up there.
I just said that it's a good film.
I hated it.
Mate,
Awful.
musicals too.
I litter all the time.
Oh.
You have no
That's not a bad boy. That's being a shit. That's pissed me off.
Yeah. Now you're an asshole.
Yeah, that's not a bad boy.
Yeah.
That's a dickhead.
Be honest with me, Abigoliah. You're more attracted to me.
I am not. I am not. I rather have Rob sniff my hair.
Yeah. Come on, the sniffer's back in business.
Don't call yourself the Sniffer. Don't give yourself a name like the Sniffer.
Oh, no, I know what our fans are like as well. There's going to be fan art
Sniffer.
of that in our fucking Discord before the end of the day, isn't there?
The Sniffer.
What have I done to myself?
You sounded like a Mr. Men character.
Oh, God.
Mr. Sniffer.
No, it sounds like a serial killer they haven't identified yet. You know, he always leaves a tissue at the scene of the crime.
A used Kleenex.
Just you and then one of those silk house coats with a brandy. The Sniffer.
So yeah, Meeks was charged with robbery and corporal injury to a child.
Jesus Christ.
He assaulted a 16-year-old boy when he was 18. So, you know,
I mean, that makes it sound worse.
Yeah.
Corporal injury to a child sounds like he fucking got a baby in a headlock. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds like they kicked a child.
When he was 18, kicking the shit out of a 16-year-old, I think is justified.
Oh, it depends what happened.
Yeah,
to be honest, we don't know any more
I
than
wouldn't
that.
say justified, but I can see how it would happen. But I don't want to be like, well, then he had a point. Because that 16-year-old, what a
Teenagers are annoying.
Yeah, this is true.
So now he's out. He's got his modelling career bit is longer than his arrest bit on Wikipedia.
He was
acting career.
He was.
He's in a Russian pop video. That's not acting.
He was in a serious relationship with Sir Philip Green's daughter.
Yeah, he was in a relationship with Chloe Green.
Do you know who Sir Philip Green is?
I don't know who this
is. Owned Arcadia, Top Shop, Top Man, British Home Stores.
Owned loads. Would
and
basically buy failing British businesses and try and build them
and then took 700 million quid worth of pensions out of the companies and then fucked off.
Yeah. It was a real bad
Criminals
dude.
attract each other, just like neurodivergence. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You're a criminal.
Well,
I'm a criminal.
I've always said this, right? So most of the women that I've managed to sort of bang.
Oh God, where's this going?
Fucking minging.
They've all. I've said this before.
They've all had stinky puss.
No, they've all had. Imagine if I said that.
Just like everyone I've shanked has been fucking gross.
No. But most of the women that I've had relationships with, I should say, have had fat dads.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. Little daddy issues.
I've already gone there. I've sat there, and I'm making the point that I wonder if there's something in like, well,
did the one who liked the nappies have a fat dad?
I never met her dad.
Right, I bet. I bet.
I don't think she ever met her dad either, to be
right,
fair.
okay, fair enough.
You and her had something in common.
Catch me up, one who liked the nappies?
Yeah.
Is this what I think it is?
So I can't... Look, I mean...
Adult baby.
Abigoliah,
Okay.
I'm drinking you in, and you don't look like a woman that is... what's the word? You look like somebody that is well-versed in fetishes.
Was it the blue hair? Was it the fact that I'm wearing dungarees? I don't know.
The snake tattoo
Snake
up the arm.
tattoo.
The little tiny swan sticker on the side.
No swastikas, for those of you who are watching.
It's all right. We've got a
There are
HD
none.
camera on
There
you.
it
It's
is.
okay.
No
Yeah.
swastikas.
She's clean. It's all right. We've checked.
So, I was seeing a woman for a while who was into daddy-daughter shit, and she wanted to wear a nappy, and that was what he was insinuating.
And you participated in this.
I said that I would try my best to sort of accommodate it. But
They were
at
going to
no
do
point...
it, but he ate all the baby food before they could start.
Yeah.
Kevin's got pate all around his face. I'm sorry, I couldn't wait.
I was full of powdered formula, like Scarface, like Al Pacino. Say hello to my little role player. Yeah, so I said that like I can probably try and work around the nappy thing, but I don't want you to use it at any point. That would be like a
yeah.
thing.
That was my next question.
She actually brought out baby food, and that was the moment that I was like, nah, can't do it.
As someone who's dabbled in the fetish world, like when you ask a partner if they'll participate and their response is, I could get through it. Wrong partner! Like, you should just be like, you know what, this isn't for you.
Yeah. Have you heard of enthusiastic consent?
Yeah. Like,
Is that like some sort of church thing or something?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
not like, I'll give it a try, maybe I'll like it. I'll get through it.
Yeah. Because I think every like situation I've been into like that is like, I'll give it a go. It's like, but like, like, are they...
I just don't like the idea of role playing as a paedophile.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna fucking.
I'll learn on the job.
Got method.
Yeah. It's the Daniel Day-Lewis of Nancy. You and Pete Townsend doing research.
I drink your baby formula. This is my son, HW, and I fucked him. Yeah, that was too far.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Whereabouts are you from? Are you from Canada, aren't you?
No, I'm American.
Are you?
I'm American, and I grew up in Ohio, which is the middle bit.
Yeah.
And then
That's a swing state, isn't it?
It is. It's
Ohio?
always a key one in the election.
It's always the one where they go, oh, how's Ohio gonna go?
It went blue for Obama, and then it went red for Trump, and I feel like
that's one hell of a swing, isn't it?
Well, and I feel like
he went,
for Biden,
we're going to bring mines back, wasn't he? It was like, we're going to bring back the factories and shit. It was, because it's a very industrial
and
state.
then he did,
right?
part of it. So like the northern part of Ohio is in what's called the Rust Belt, which is like the industrial make. And I grew up in the Corn Belt, which is like all the farming area.
In my head, I'm trying to picture Ohio, and I feel like the Great Lakes are here, and then Ohio's just underneath.
Good for you. So many people don't know that. I'm so proud of you. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's the first thing Freddy's ever got right on this podcast.
Yeah, you're right.
I told you about magic earring, Ken.
Yeah, but you'd already done the research.
Yeah, all right, okay. Yeah,
But
in my head,
that's exactly
where
it is. It's right under Lake Erie is the border, and then it borders on the south. And then it's Pennsylvania, Indiana, and then like Kentucky's on the bottom.
All the good ones.
Yeah, beautiful. Flyover country is what we call it. Flyover country.
So how come you came from there to here then? What was the story?
So
and why haven't you gone back yet?
Yeah.
I thought we voted them all out.
And for that, please see my 2022 Edinburgh show, Legally Cheeky.
Nice.
It is my immigration story.
Did you just citate your own conversation?
Yeah. Listen,
Do you know what? ADHD, I believe.
Yeah.
I will get the plugs in when I can, boys.
So will Ken.
She is part of the fetish community.
So I moved to New York to go to university, and I wound up living there for 10 years, like doing acting and stuff. And then I found stand-up comedy while I was there. And then I came over to do the Edinburgh Fringe when I was an open micer. I heard about this free Fringe. And I was like, oh, I can just go and like do an hour and get stage time. So I didn't know anything about debuting. I didn't know the hierarchy.
Sure.
So when people ask me, like, when did you debut? I'm like, I never debuted. I just showed up.
It's the better way to do it. The whole debut shit is so poisonous with Edinburgh. Like, it's bollocks.
But that's how...
Mate, the whole thing with Edinburgh, and it's like, I'm actually only doing a 45-minute one this year, so I don't technically count.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck off.
To be fair, my first year, I did an hour, but like I wasn't like listed anywhere because I had initially I was going to have a support act do 15 minutes warm up because I didn't have an hour. But then like no one, it was at midday every day, so they never showed up. So I just did an hour every day.
Yeah.
It was like off the record.
You know, like
that's pretty much what I did.
There's a lot of talk about how the Fringe is pretty much at breaking point at the moment in terms of the money that it costs and stuff like that. Yeah. I genuinely think it's because it keeps growing at all costs.
Yeah. It can't grow infinitely.
I honestly think that they would solve so many problems if they went, right, okay, nobody's allowed to do a fucking coward's hour. That whole 45-minute thing, that's bollocks, that's done. Also, you're not allowed to have more than 2 or 3 shows or something like these whole people that are like, I'm doing 5 of my own shows at the Fringe. It's like, how?
I always think that's so stupid when you walk into like, do a spot on like whatever, show that you do, a 5 or 10 minute spot on. Someone's like, this is my 8th show of the day. I'm like, no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you know what you're not doing? Working outside of August. Like, that's why you're so fucking plucky about, like, doing 8 fucking shows.
I'm a bit like that when I'm at Edinburgh, to be honest. I just bounce around constantly doing shows.
I mean, that's fine. But, like you said, some people put on... Like, I remember meeting a guy who did like 4 separate hours. Hours.
That's dumb. And like, how good are those hours?
Exactly.
I'd rather do 1 hour well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most people can't even do that.
But they'd solve so many. I think as well they should really limit the amount of compilation shows that go on, because there's a lot that are great, but there's a lot where you go, what?
Yeah.
Like why are we doing this? Because what happens is people go, you get like the Fringe show, you've got your show, and then they go, look, there's all these spots that we haven't filled, and it's so tempting to go, well, I'm up anyway, so why not put a show on at 2:00 in the morning in a broom closet? We'll just get my friends on, we'll call it the silly fun time hour. And it's like, that's the problem. And if they got rid of all that chuff, all that faff, then there's still the same amount of audience, but less shows to go to, so more people would go, and they wouldn't be able to twat prices up as much as they ridiculously do.
Like, they've the Fringe Society have announced they've got like a new plan.
I saw that.
Which is fucking terrible.
Isn't it just give money to the big venues?
That's a big part of it. That's a major part of it. Probably the most important bit. But like one of their plans they're announcing was to sort of like vet shows.
I don't know if I necessarily disagree with that.
Wait.
There is not a single person who can judge me at that fucking festival.
So I'll tell you what. I absolutely can judge shows, and I think it's the best idea.
Yeah, you might be able to. This is the fucking Fringe Society.
Oh.
There is not a single cunt who works for them who can judge what I do.
The thing is like, if they do this, which I'm kind of on I haven't actually read the whole article, but like the thing about vetting the shows is then like the thing that like makes Edinburgh Fringe again keep expanding is it's an open arts access festival, meaning anyone can do it so long as a venue will have you. You can do it. But then you go to like you look at curated festivals, like the Montreal Comedy Festival is heavily curated. The Melbourne Comedy Festival is heavily curated. Then you have less shows, so like more people are likely to get audience. I don't know.
But then you got the problem of who decides.
Yeah.
And then you got gatekeepers back in.
Me.
Like
I decide. So what's wrong with me deciding?
Well, like you're not getting anywhere fucking near it for a start. Like we know for a fact no one is going to have you.
If they did ring me up and said, Freddie, oh God, imagine how bad that a job would be.
Yeah.
Would you sift through 10,000 applications?
Like I genuinely wouldn't go again if it was a case that I had to be judged by the Fringe Society. I would just get fucked.
Like, to answer the question we asked 5 minutes ago, but like I started coming over here to do the Fringe. But no, this links back into them like curating the festival. I kind of like met British comedians, and I kind of started to like come a week or two earlier and do some like open tent spots and stuff that. And then I got the opportunity to move here. And I was like, oh, this would be really great because I like this scene, and I've already made friends because I was coming over doing this festival. And if they curate the festival, like that door is closed because I was just like, I had been doing stand up for maybe a year and like went and did the Counting House and like had a great time. And, it's not like I was making loads of money in my bucket because I didn't know what I was doing and I wasn't that great. But I got to be a better comedian because I did that.
This is it. And like, I learned so much when I was a new shit comedian from doing it. I think, to be honest, the answer is they need to fucking find a way to like massively increase the amount of accommodation available, whether it's like taking over student halls or whatever, just something that massively increases the supply of accommodation, because then that would bring the prices down.
They already do take over student halls.
They need to do
now they've
a lot
stopped,
more.
Which I actually do agree with, because what they used to do, like as a resident of the city of Edinburgh, if you're a student, your lease lease would
Yeah.
be 11 months, and
Yeah.
then they could legally kick you out of your flat and then move you back in. And I think that's a shitty way to
Totally. So,
to do to
not
long-term
necessarily
renters.
exactly that, but there needs to be something done where it, improves.
They
the
need to do
supply.
some sort of price cap
Anyway.
because the accommodations are like
Fucking insane.
A friend of mine got
Also,
quoted.
get rid of the brochure, get rid of the registration fees. If
Yeah.
you do it all online, you wouldn't need to charge anyone.
A friend of mine got quoted $1,000 to camp.
Yeah.
oh
A
Jesus.
$1,000 to camp, and that was February.
Yeah.
£1,000 to set his own tent up
Yeah.
in a small patch of grass in a field in fucking Leith.
Yeah.
Jesus
$1,000.
Christ.
Yeah, it's just totally fucked, and it just sucks the joy out of it if it's that because when I was going in the past, I would still have to work for 6 months to pay for it, but I could do that. Whereas now I'd have to work for if back then with the finance side, I would have had to work for 2 years to go to the Fringe once.
I have never taken a show up there my own.
Because
So
you're a coward.
I did Big Value in 2014. I did AAA in 2015, and it's fine and everything, but I think it's incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
I don't think the Free Fringe is a viable alternative like people pretend that it is.
It is. If you get a big room and fill it, you make money.
Well,
If you do. However, what is most likely for most people is that the way that the Free Fringe works is that they give the same rooms at the same time to the same people, and you have to do a piece of shit gig in a fucking basement of an Italian cafe for 2 years before you prove yourself enough to get a
venue's one of
slightly
the better ones.
but
Ciao Roma or whatever. Yeah.
But so this year, I've done the underbelly, and I've gotten the big poster, and I've spent all the money, and of course you didn't make it back.
Yeah.
And this year I'm going to be at just the Tron, which is you can reserve online or do a
Those
bucket
are one
at
of
the
the
end.
two. The Just the Tonic and Monkey Barrel, I think, are the ones that provide a good.
I lost the most money I've ever lost with just the tonic. It was the
But
worst Fringe I've ever had by a mile.
was it when they were doing pay what you want, or was it when
It was
you
pay
had
what you
a
want.
okay?
Yeah, and
interesting.
it was a wild mistake. It's not like I wouldn't go with them again.
Yeah.
But the mid-range venue I went with them was.
It's gotta be the right venue.
It was the worst of both worlds because I was spending loads of money on it, but I wasn't getting the cachet of being at the Pleasance where anyone would give a fuck I was doing
Yeah.
it. So I lost shitloads of money that year. I was in debt for a couple of years after that.
Well-
so it's there's no. The problem is there's no good model. There's not one where.
This is the thing, when you were saying that free fringers aren't saving the money, they pretend they do. At the end of the day, if you go free fringe where there is no deposit on your venue, you're not so if you get a 60-seater venue at one of the 4 big places, that's around $2,000, right?
Yeah.
So if you're doing
More than that.
no, it's
That's
not
just
for
on
a
that's,
60-seater.
That's on your venue hire.
So
then
I
you've got
did-
your tech.
so
all
I
the
did-
other
Yeah,
shit
then
on
you
top.
have all this other stuff.
I did Pleasance for AAA, and our venue for 60 seats was 4.5.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're also
so-
getting wildly ripped off with that.
We're
With
getting
when
bumped to
I
death,
when
yeah.
I when I've done it, it was $2,000 plus if you have a tech and all this stuff. But my point is, when you do a free venue, the only thing you're saving money on is the venue charge.
Yeah.
You're most people still go for big advertisement. People will get the publicist and the blah, 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 blah. The only way you have the chance to make money back is because it is free. People are more likely to go in
Exactly.
and take a punt on you.
Yeah.
More likely than they would if you were charging 12 quid to be at the
problem that you
underbelly.
get on the flip side of that is that you will not get the reviews. You just
but
you
also
just won't.
that does not matter anymore.
But-
fuck reviews.
but if
That's
you're-
one of the best things about the free fringe.
But if
Reviewers
you're
leave
going
you
up
alone.
there, if you're going up there for industry acclaim,
well, you're
you
on a
won't-
you're on a
you-
fool's errand already.
You won't get that on
if
the
you're
free
going for that
fringe.
reason,
Yeah.
you're fucked before you start.
Then you when I
It's
did,
over. That game's over.
When I did the free fringe, I would get reviewed, but there you also bear in mind I was American coming over, so I am something different. But so different, and no one's ever seen anything like me. But if you're going up for the acclaim, again, those are people who are then playing the game. Those are the people who are going to go into the Pleasance, who are going to go into the big venues. But if you're just I just want to fucking do an hour and get better at comedy, or maybe make some new fans, or reach out to people from my podcast and tell them I'll be here, then maybe go for
the free
free
fringe
room.
just feels more fun as
Another
well. It feels
thing-
more like direct to people.
Yeah.
I
Another
like it a
thing
lot
as
more.
well for me is that I just don't like the Fringe.
Well, then don't
so,
go.
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
See,
You've got to enjoy it to be
really
worth
like it.
Me too.
I love it because, like I said, it was my introduction into comedy in the UK,
Yeah.
so it'll always have that place in my heart. And then because, like, obviously we didn't do it in 2020, I didn't do it in 2019. Like, I haven't been, and now it's like, guys, there's a story in my heart and I want to tell it. Like, I'm excited to go and do this show. I think also comedians really fuck themselves when they go, oh, I have to go to the Fringe. Yeah. I have to go to the Fringe. So they're trying to cobble together an hour that means something out of, like, jokes with this bad through line.
I fucking hate those shows where it's like they've clearly just tagged on whatever, like a story to whatever bits they add.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just do an hour of bits. If you don't have a fucking story,
They go.
do an hour
They
of
go
bits.
like this. So they go 5 minutes of preamble of basic comparing, 15 minutes of your best club set, and then they do 10 minutes of longer form jokes where a narrative starts to creep in. And then the next 10 minutes is
crying about being molested.
Actual proper narrative, which brings you to the 40-minute sad mark. You have your sad moment, and then you spend 40 to 50 minutes bringing it back round with jokes again. And then the last bit, you cram in as many fucking callbacks as you can possibly think. And it's just, I just watch so many shows and I go, yep, that's
I hate that
another
shit.
one.
Like,
And if you want to see an example of that, I'll be performing at 6:20 at the Drop.
I just don't. There's something about Edinburgh. There's a lot about Edinburgh that I really do not like, and I don't understand why comics fall in love with it. There's so much of it I don't like, and I hate the idea.
I had some of the best times of my life at that
It's like
festivals.
summer camp.
Yeah.
Friends I don't
This is
see
it.
for a year.
But
we all
also-
get
Comedy
together.
fans are there.
Yeah.
Like,
But
when I
also-
was single, it was the best time of my life.
Oh, so much shagging.
Oh my god,
it was great.
Oh my god.
Also, the most amount of enemies are there as well. People that you don't
Give a
like.
fuck.
I don't
don't
okay,
care.
I'm sorry. I've
just
been
full of
over
people I
here
don't
for
like.
8 years now, and I don't have an enemy in comedy.
Oh, come on.
Because-
You are
You
not
don't have anyone
working
you
hard
hate.
enough.
I
You
mean,
don't have
there are
anyone you hate.
people I don't like. Of course, there are
Oh,
people
come
I
on.
don't
There's got to
like.
be people you hate.
But not enough to call them my enemy. I'm a 36-year-old woman. I don't have time for enemies.
I
They're
have-
just people who I'm
See-
like, I don't get on
See-
with that person.
see, this is-
so I just don't see them.
This is why I got a PA.
Yeah.
So I have more time for enemies.
So there are a few comedians I would gladly watch burn in a fire.
I mean, there are people I definitely don't like, but again, I don't spend that much time thinking or talking about. Like, I don't.
If you want to know who
interact
they
with
are,
them.
get on our Patreon. I'll
There
spill
we
the
go.
beans.
There we go.
There's got to be people though that you look at, you're like, I fucking hate this person. Like, but there's also there's people I don't even know that I just hate because they symbolise the things that I don't like.
Well, that's
Black
Like
women.
every.
fucking okay. I'm done. Goodbye. I'm not waiting for the gross part.
So no, it's like, for example, I couldn't think of anything worse than being stuck with a bunch of middle class industry people that drive me insane.
Yeah.
And so the idea of going up there for a month and spending thousands of pounds of impressing people whose opinions I don't care about anyway just seems
So then you
ridiculous.
don't
to
do
me.
that. That's what I really found a way to do the Fringe that I really enjoyed, where you just cut all that bollocks out. And like part of it was being on the free Fringe. Last time I went, I wasn't even in the brochure. So it's like, if you didn't look for me, if you didn't know I was on, you wouldn't have known I was fucking there.
Yeah.
So I just hung out with mates that I liked. I didn't go to the wanky bars. I just did a show every day with people. Like, it was fucking great. I had a really good time. Just kept it really pure and just got rid of the bollocks. You can just ignore all that bullshit.
Yeah.
You can just ignore it.
I really don't. There's so much about it that I find. I hate schmooziness as well.
You just don't
Just
need to
because
do
you've
it.
never gone and done an hour, I'm going to go ahead and say, Freddy Quinne, you have built up this idea of it in your head. And where I'm not saying your perception of it is inaccurate, there is so much more to it than that.
Sure, but I'm not
And
gonna-
you don't have to, like Rob said, you don't have to play the game if you don't want to. You can just, hang out with mates and do your show.
I had something it felt like the most DIY punky, just straight, direct to people, doing it yourself stuff. Like, it felt like the most authentic I've ever had.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to spend thousands of pounds on the off chance that my perception of something might be incorrect.
Well,
Sure.
Matt, it's not for you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not for you. It's
I'm not-
okay.
No, it's for people who create art.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, you create
I
so
do.
much art.
I've
up
got some
there.
of the most artful dick jokes going.
The Artful Todger.
Yeah. It's the Sniffer's alter ego. I really shouldn't be encouraging him.
No. It's just...
Just don't go there. Stop moaning about it.
I'm not going. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to go. Are you going?
Not this year, no.
I'm going to go.
I'll go next year. I'm
going to go specifically boo every single one of your shows.
Okay.
Boo!
Yeah.
Boo!
All right. However will I cope?
Imagine if that broke you.
Yeah, just like, stop it! Will you stop? Stop it now!
It's punky. It's supposed to be... I'll sniff you. I will.
Sign up to our Patreon. It's £3 a month.
And what do you get for that £3 a month, Rob?
Oh, so many things.
Shall we do it where we both say one word, and we'll see if we can get through it?
All right, let's give it a go.
Okay. Sign.
Fat.
No. No. So if I say sign, you're probably going to say up.
Right. Oh, okay. All right. I'm with you now. All right.
I know what you're going to do.
No, you don't.
You are.
No. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Sign.
Up.
2.
Fat cunt.
He's such a fucking prick. Can't do anything with you. £3 a month, right? And you just don't. You take a back seat here.
Okay.
Sign up. It's patreon.com.
Didn't work. There it is.
Patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod. £3 a month. For that, you'll get an extra episode every single week.
Yeah.
You will get access to all of our extra content, the live roast shows,
the members only bits of the Discord,
Rob's punishment set, the videos on the Discord as well, and also as well, you help get to support the podcast because by you giving us just £3 a month, it genuinely helps safeguard our future.
And that £3 will pay for a quarter of one of Freddy's breakfasts. So, please sign up because we've got to keep him fed.
Thank you.
Honestly, he's bankrupting me. Like, doing this podcast with Freddy is like that episode of The Simpsons where they get an elephant. I just can't give him peanuts fast enough. So, please sign up to the Patreon so I can keep him fed.
Stampy over here.
Yeah, fucking Stampy the fat cunt. It's £3 a month, cheers.
Do you want to see some horrible videos?
Yeah, let's do it.
A time has come. Is there anything in particular that you're, like, really grossed out by?
I don't want to answer this.
Is there anything that like freaks you out? Like, cause, for example, like we've had some weird people on here. Sam Gore, brushing teeth freaks him out.
No,
Jamie Hutchinson, mashed potato.
Yeah. We've got a video.
Freddie baked beans.
I love a bit of mashed potato.
We've got a video on here of a woman washing their hair regularly. Is that scary?
Washing what hair?
Washing their hair regularly.
It's weird. It's just odd to me. Anyone would do that.
We have a sick bucket as well in case.
I mean, I think all the things that gross me out are here. I'll just hold it for.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Just so
it's not a bad shout
for the socials for the video.
You're holding it like it's a little ventriloquist dummy. I love that.
How are we doing? I'm nervous about this. I don't know what they're going to show me.
No,
4 stars the list.
we're not start too strong. There's a guy who we regularly feature on this podcast. He's a friend of the pod.
Naked Martin.
Like, should we have a little look what Naked Martin's
Let's
up to?
see what Naked Martin's
I
up
would
to.
love to see that.
Okay, let's see what Naked Martin's up to.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh wait, spunk on a Tunnocks tea cake.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Is this on Facebook?
It's on Twitter.
It's on Twitter. He's gonna wank on a Tunnocks. Oh Martin.
Oh God.
Oh Martin. Martin, why is he wanking on a Tunnocks?
I've
why do you
already
think?
stopped watching it.
He's having a...
Oh no! Don't eat it, Martin.
Well, look, right. Martin is nothing if not committed. Right. Yeah. Loves it.
Dead happy with that. To be fair, I remember watching Martin wank on a piece of bread and eat it like a sandwich, and I couldn't watch it. However, there's something about a Tunnocks tea cake where
Not as bad.
It's not as bad.
It's the right consistency.
The salty with the sweet. You're like, that makes sense.
Actually, it might be nice.
Bread's just a bit bland. You know what I mean? You're not adding anything.
If I
to
was,
the
I get you
blandness.
If I was going to eat cum, it'd be on a Tunnocks.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'd like it.
Well, there we go. Watch out for the next live show.
The thing is
No.
I really like Tonics biscuits and stuff, and that just really, why'd you do? It just seems unnecessary.
Yeah, like look, everything Martin does is unnecessary. Okay. Right? I think that's fair to say. He's an enthusiastic man.
Yeah.
Like what we love about him.
Yeah.
Like that is genuinely what I love about Martin. He does everything with a big grin on his face. He loves what he does. Here's one that I think Freddy might struggle with.
Oh God.
Let's just go down. So there's another Naked Martin. Let's have a little look at this one.
Slip and slide.
Wait, is he gonna shit?
He's gonna shit and have baked beans.
Can't
Nah, mate.
do this.
Nah,
There
buddy.
we go. All right.
It turns out I am more squeamish than I thought I was. I thought we were gonna watch Surgery. Surgery, I'm fine.
Oh, we'll
with.
get to that.
Oh,
Do you want me to just pause for a
shit
sec?
off.
All right, here we go.
Ah!
Oh, God, look at it.
Oh! Well, it's good to know that he's eating his fiber.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, he's very regular.
No, not the beans.
No,
Not the
why?
beans. No.
I really do think I'm going to be ill.
Oh, God, the beans are the worst bit.
I'm stopped watching it, just Freddy narrating it, and my stomach is churning. I did not expect to actually feel ill during this.
I'm
you have horribly misjudged it.
I just saw it again.
Sorry,
I don't like
we'll
it.
wait for you to catch up.
I narrated it like what do you call it in The Wicker Man? The beans, they're in my eyes.
All right, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Now that we're at this point, just a little bit of feedback. I think I know why women keep canceling on your show.
Yeah, to be honest, it wasn't a mystery. Yeah.
Because the episodes I listened to did not have this.
All right, okay, so
we
this
go.
is poo and beans.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's slip sliding in poo and beans.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Nah.
I genuinely feel not so good right now.
He's not finished.
Why?
Oh, what's he doing? He's
Hold on.
smearing poo and beans on himself.
Oh my god.
He's smearing poo and beans on himself. How much does that shit smear? Oh, all over his face.
No.
Does this count as blacking up?
Oh my god, why? Does he have a Patreon? I'll pay him to stop.
Yeah, I think, well, you can definitely hire Naked Martin to do videos.
Yeah, because we have in the
I
past,
want
haven't
to
we?
pay him to stop.
He's wearing a little dog collar. He's wearing like a little submissive sub collar.
I think he's into some fetish stuff.
This is not the fetish stuff I'm into, but I do appreciate the little gnome behind him. He's so happy.
You've got to say, he doesn't give Dom energy, does he?
No. I think he's probably the sub in his relationship.
Yeah, I mean, he lets people pay to degrade him on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't imagine that he's...
We've got a clue as to what his particular thing is. Yeah.
Okay.
So, how did you enjoy Naked Martin?
Hate him. Absolute problematic person. And
Sure. He's not. I think Naked Martin is the opposite of problematic. You know, everything he does is entirely consensual. You know, people pay him to do this. You know,
Yeah.
he does it in the privacy of his own garden.
Yeah, doesn't sniff anyone's hair.
He is less bad than me.
Yeah, you're worse. Naked Martin looks down upon you.
But so he just like uploads these to Twitter.
Yeah.
Like you can just find it.
So on his Twitter account, he regularly uploads, and also you can hire him for custom videos as well.
Oh wow!
So like Twitter has like no rules. You can post what you want.
He's got a real business model going on there.
He genuinely does. He is a successful content creator, and like I applaud him.
He's an influencer in a way, isn't he?
He is. He's influenced me. I quite fancy beans on toast now. Maybe try it with a bit of Nutella this time.
You're better than that, Rob.
I'm not better. Right, here's a wild one we got sent.
That doesn't look good, does
So
it?
what this is a vet dealing with a cow. Right?
Okay, and what body part is this right here?
I don't really know. I think it's just its sort of flank, right? Freddie, watch.
Oh God.
Is this how they make mince?
Whoa!
Is that just pus?
Yeah.
Oof.
Right.
The second one got me.
So legitimately,
Oh my God.
this is why I don't have milkshakes.
It's somewhat.
I know. And, well,
Holy
thank
shit. Oh, the lumps.
It's
I did not expect to
it is
go
a good one.
vegan on this podcast, but I didn't think you'd be the guys to break me. But
I thought you
my
were
God.
vegan, Abigoliah.
no,
You just
no.
kind of look vegan.
I just look vegan. I used to be a
That's
yoga
it.
instructor. It's a vibe.
Go
Yeah.
the UK with it, so I have to stab that as well.
Are you a fan of a
Oh,
kebab?
God.
Oh yeah.
We go somewhere after this, and you are going to come with us, I've decided.
You're gonna show me this shit and then feed me.
Yeah, we
Thanks,
eat
boys.
afterwards.
we do
Yeah,
this
yeah.
literally every week.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the nicest kebab you're ever going to have in your life.
Honestly, best kebab in the world.
All
But
right.
we warm you up with this shit first.
Thank you, boys.
That one got me a bit.
It's horrible, that.
He got me a bit gippy.
That like Yeah, I think more like shit stuff is weirder for me. That I definitely didn't appreciate it, but I could actually watch
could tolerate
it where
it.
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
watch.
Well, here's the thing that makes this one different from that one. So this one is sort of like, it looks like a spot on a cow or something like that.
Yeah, it's like an abscess on a cow. So it is a medical procedure.
They're doing it for a reason.
Yeah.
So there's a reason.
Yeah.
That cow's
There's a
in
reason
pain.
Martin's doing what he's doing. Money and horniness.
Goddamn hero. So my dad was an eye surgeon, and when I was a
I bet he's got some
kid,
gnarly shit.
when I was a kid, I used to go in and watch him perform surgery. So like you're saying, some people are
Right.
really freaked out about eyes. I've like watched my dad in real time, cut open eyeballs and stuff. So I feel like surgery stuff, like although like it's not pleasant, it's more like, okay, I understand that.
Sure.
Maybe because you're right, they're doing it for a reason. And
I
it's
bet he
not-
has the steadiest hands going.
Oh God,
You've
yeah.
got to, yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't want a nervous eye surgeon.
And so when you
You know, Muhammad Ali is your eye surgeon,
Someone
do you?
coming in, I'm a bit hungry, to be honest. Blood sugar's a bit low.
Dr. Fox, not Michael. Okay, I'm fucked.
like also fun fact, just a bit of education. Like in movies when you see surgeons, they're standing up.
Yeah.
Eye surgeons don't stand up because they're working with such a small area that
They can rest their arms.
So they're sitting down and they have a special chair where the arms go around so they can set their hands on the arms to help steady them so they can do that
I would
little
love
stuff.
one of those chairs for eating.
Oh yeah.
Just to be able to just eat like that. Oh.
So, like you say, you've been in the fetish world a little bit. Should
Yeah.
we have a little look at someone else's peccadillo?
Oh no! No. Stop it. Oh my
Look at the reaction between two different genders.
God. So
Delight,
this is
disgust.
This is, for those of you that are listening on audio, this is a cock and balls that is poking through some wood, and a woman in high heels just fucking stands on
She
it like
is
it's a
Doing
bug.
a beautiful job, by the way.
She is absolutely kicking the fuck out of it.
Wonderful. Ooh, he's bleeding.
Yeah, I'm not
Wait,
surprised
do you know what
he's
this
fucking
is?
bleeding.
This is a visual of representation of what Little Wonder did when they were booking Comedian.
And if you want to see me at Comedia, I will be there in July.
And if you want to see me or Freddy there, you won't.
Shots fired, Henry Widdicombe. I know what you've done.
Oh my God. You watch the bollocks stretch there, right? Look how stretchy it gets. Freddy.
Oh,
The scream.
mate, she's
So
fucking.
hard.
Oh,
Mate, she's going like
so
Michael.
hard. I
She's
can't
going like
break eye
Michael
contact.
Flatley.
Mate.
On it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man, it's so bad. That's so. Oh, mate.
I can't.
There's still half a minute left.
Stop.
That's so fucking bad.
I can't imagine having that done and not needing medical treatment directly
This is it.
after.
This is like,
yeah.
this is doing damage.
but-
Yeah,
and like,
that's-
I can tell you, if you get like flicked on a testicle, you feel sick in your stomach for ages.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not fun.
Look at the different colour of the wood
Yeah.
around the
Yeah.
penis. It's it's pussing.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We've got to get through it because it might pop.
Oh, shit off. Shit off. Is that popped?
No, I don't know.
God, that was so bad.
That I wasn't ready for if it pops. That I might have to turn my head around.
Oh my God. Oh, it's bleeding.
Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. Oh, my
I
God.
hope he froze his
This
sperm.
is so bad.
So this is your laptop, right, Rob?
Yeah.
What does Google think you're trying? What
I
is
have no
Facebook
idea.
trying to sell you
Oh,
these
Like,
days?
So
yeah,
after
my
all
targeted
of it?
ads are wild.
So
Yeah.
you know that Rob's been getting targeted ads.
Oh, yeah, I
where
did, yeah.
he's been getting targeted ads where they've been going, hey, paedophilia is bad.
No.
Stop watching
Are we getting
child porn.
targeted ads where it's like, hey, don't be a pedo? I'm like, okay, I won't. I wasn't
And they're
planning
like,
on it.
no, really though, we all like a laugh and a joke.
No, it's all
but
like
don't.
it's all like searching for child pornography is illegal. If you feeling like these urges, contact us on this and whatever. And I'm like, no, I just like watching weird videos and laughing at them. I'm not a nonce. One of our rules is no kids, obviously.
Yeah.
But like people send us this shit, so like I just get this sent to me. I don't search it.
Yeah,
It's 07520 644 931. Send us your videos on WhatsApp. 07520 644 931. The rules are no racism, no kids, no animals, no death.
And we've relaxed the death one.
We've relaxed. If it's a funny death, we'll have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Then relax the racism, then relax the animals. Then finally
Before we know it,
if
full
you're
nonce.
If you're going for years, you know what I mean? You got to really stretch out
gotta
the
work
content.
it up a bit,
You
This
got
is
to
it.
stretch out the content.
I mean, The Simpsons peaked season 10, but they
Yeah.
just carried on.
Well, this is how you become Joe Rogan, boys. This is...
Oh, fingers crossed. Right, here we go. 20 seconds left.
I just can't believe he's maintained such an erection. Oh, it's so
Well, this is like the
bloody
best
now.
day of his life. He's
It's
having a great
so
time.
bloody now.
But like,
What's the
how
music?
is he not safe
What's
worded
the-
out?
What's the music?
I don't
going-
know. Whatever it is, we'll find out when we get a
it's-
copyright
it's-
strike.
It sounds like the beginning of Gangster's Paradise by Coolio.
It sounds Eastern European. It's some Eastern European bullshit, I think.
Keep spending most of our lives living in the Gangster's Paradise.
Oh, God.
I think it's dead.
Yeah, that's a dead dick. That's a dead dick.
So that's a minute minimum
Yeah.
of a woman with
Yeah, I
heels
don't think they ended there.
just stomping on a cock.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculous. And if you want to watch it, sign up to our Patreon.
Yeah, then go on our Discord. It's so convoluted because like nowhere will host these videos, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
So we
It's
can't even
almost
put them on
like-
Patreon. So you have to sign up to our Patreon and then go on our Discord in a Patrons only bit, and that we've got them in there.
And then you
secretly.
can-
I know
see
this.
that.
I know this doesn't
Just-
it's probably got nothing to do with anything, but those heels are pretty cool, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, nice
They're
shoes.
pretty
yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah.
You think that your dick stomping shoes would be your worst ones?
No, like
Yeah.
I imagine it's part of it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of it, and now people are jerking off to that, which begs the question: if these types of videos can't be hosted anywhere, are your fans? Is that your fan? Is that his
Might
dick
be,
right
yeah.
there?
They could be
And-
hosted on porn sites, to be fair.
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
considering setting up an OnlyFans instead of a Patreon.
Yeah,
But we thought people might, feel weird if it turned up on their bill.
yeah.
But,
It's horrible, isn't it?
yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Because
I
the
would
sound
suggest,
it makes on the wood as well.
Yeah.
probably right. Like hey, I'm not here to shame anyone for what they're into at all.
No.
this-
Some kinks need shame.
Maybe before you get to the bit where you absolutely destroy your dick and balls.
Yeah.
Maybe just have a bit of therapy first and
Yeah,
see if
yeah.
it was just like a mummy issue.
Yeah.
You won't be able to touch your dick for weeks after this.
No.
For weeks. Just buy a little fucking chastity thing, man.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do
Like this is it. There is so many fetish things you can do before you get to this level.
Yeah.
That don't leave permanent physical harm.
Just look after
Yeah.
your witch a bit more.
I know. Just people need to be a lot nicer to their dicks, don't they?
No, absolutely not. I'm not watching this one. Is he gonna cut off his dick?
No, it doesn't come off. It doesn't come off. I promise you, it doesn't come off.
It's a penis and a lawnmower, this.
I promise you, it stays on. We'll fast forward a little bit.
Okay, that looks quite lovely right now. A little whack.
Well, he definitely thinks it's lovely.
No, I'm so untrustworthy.
Here we go.
That looks really funny. That's like if a penis was a cartoon.
I know.
Like that's what Bugs Bunny does to Elmer Fudd's dick. Oh, and he's coming from it.
That's the wildest bit, isn't it? That makes him come without even an erection.
Yeah.
Amazing, isn't it?
I think I've just got the picture for Abigoliah for the
yeah.
for this episode.
Yep, that's perfect.
There we go. That's the one.
There was another one as well beforehand where she was. Look,
I think they both sum up the emotions of this podcast.
it's a roller coaster ride, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so how are you coping so far?
I feel like I'm doing better than I thought I would.
Sure.
But
Do you want to go higher or lower than a lawnmower on a dick?
lower means less weird, right?
yeah.
We
I
don't know what
definitely-
lower means anymore.
I definitely want to go lower, but I feel like you're just saying that to me, and there is no higher or
I'm
lower.
trying to work out
If
what
you
is
want
the
lower.
same video,
if
no
you're
matter
on
what.
Twitter, maybe we could show them the perverted family.
No. No, the perverted family's top tier.
Yeah.
That's top tier.
The perverted family's pretty.
What is it, like the aristocrats in real life?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is essentially.
No kids,
yeah,
but if it's a family, we'll allow it.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
what-
Yeah. I'm trying to find one that isn't too grim, but like, can't have the one where he gets his dick ripped off. You've already said you don't like that one.
No, please, no dicks ripping off.
And it gets ripped off at the stump as well.
Yeah.
Don't
that one's bad.
even.
Yeah.
Like, I could watch the woman stomping on a dick, but after we watched that for a while, like, I'm getting a sense, Rob, that you're enjoying this the way the people in the videos enjoy this. Like, you're like, how freaked out do you get, Abigoliah? Tappy, tap, 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 tap.
Well, like,
Do
do
you
you want to
remember-
see someone doing a little bit of arts and
Do you
crafts?
remember 15 minutes ago when he was like, I go to the Fringe to create art?
This is my art. So yeah, we'll just see someone doing some nice arts and crafts, I think.
Okay.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
going to
On
be
a-
more shit again, isn't it?
Sewing machine. Is that his balls?
No, that's his foreskin. Is it his foreskin?
It is his foreskin, correct? Yeah.
Hey, people say we don't learn anatomy in American health schools.
Is this how Jews do it?
That's chopping it off. That's chopping it
just
off.
sew it up.
He's sewing it. Oh, he sewed it through
Oh no!
Oh, it's gone. I thought it was just the skin.
He sewed his knob shut.
Yeah.
He sewed his dick shut.
Yeah.
It's me after watching Nanette.
Is this what they're telling you to do in your targeted ads about pedophilia?
yeah.
They're like, maybe just
So
sew
like, this
your
is a
dick
better
shut.
option.
Is this one of the ads you
Yeah,
got right here?
It's quite a long knob.
Yeah, I was gonna
isn't it?
say
That is
wow.
a long, thin looking thing,
I love
isn't
that
it?
he trimmed the.
Yeah. You don't want. You don't want any loose.
Next week on the Great British Sewing Bee. You're going to sew your dick shut.
Oh God.
Oh, let's show you a fun party one. I'm going to show you a classic now. I love this. So these are some people having a lovely fun time at a party.
Yeah.
And then.
That's a foot in an ass.
Yeah.
That's a. Wait, is that his whole leg?
Yeah.
Is that up to his knee?
It is up to his knee.
How is he not reaching in and touching her heart? Is he an amputee? I have so many questions.
So there are a lot of questions to be asked about this, aren't there?
I don't want to be looking at this anymore. They're like, how it's.
I don't want to be looking at this anymore.
I know. We assume he's an amputee. We assume. There's no proof either way, but he's got to be.
If he's
Just-
not, I
and that-
hope he trimmed his nails.
The nails are the least of your fucking worries when you're that deep in, I think.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
It's incredible.
You've done really well, though, Abigoliah, to be
Thank
fair.
you, thank
You've smashed it.
Thank you. And this was why we should book more women on podcasts.
Yeah.
This is it. Diversity is not just about doing the things you want.
About sometimes coming to a friend's house and having them terrorize you and then buy you a kebab.
Yeah. We didn't say we were paying for it. But we also do that. Like, don't worry. Men don't enjoy this podcast either. We don't get a lot of repeat customers.
Oh, yeah, the reaction's universal hatred.
Yeah. What we have now discovered is it's not gendered. Everyone hates it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you've gone for
Well,
everyone.
we're going to get going.
Yeah.
And
This has been a fucking joy, mate.
Thank you for having me. This was really nice.
Plug down the
things.
camera.
Plug,
Plug
plug,
anything
plug.
you want.
I have a podcast myself. It's called Neurodivergent Moments. I do
Yes.
it with Joe Wells. It is a lot gentler than this. So
Joe is dead funny as well.
Yeah,
I really
Joe's
love Joe.
absolutely hilarious, and I will be at the Edinburgh Fringe making art and losing money. So if you're up that way, 6:20 at the Tron. Otherwise, on all social media at Abigoliah, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Nice one. So yeah, look forward to getting some smelly followers in the next few days.
I can't wait.
And for us, patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod. He's got a soundboard. He does this every time.
I always forget to use the soundboard until the bit where he tries to do
It's
important
£3
things.
a month. You get loads of extra content, an extra episode every single week from ourselves, a Patreon-only episode. Plus, you get access to all the videos of the live shows. Plus, you get Rob's punishment set. Plus, you get access to all the videos. If you subscribe, it means he doesn't have to keep doing this.
Yeah.
And it's my
I don't
least
have
favourite
to do
part
it
of the
now.
week. No, you don't. And yet, despite repeatedly, may ask it,
having real serious talks, where he's like, "No, seriously, you got to stop."
I
doing
even
that."
asked him specifically on a phone call this week. I think I was drunk.
Yeah.
I was drunk.
You were
The
very
truth
drunk.
came out.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
I've been getting drunk a lot this week.
Yeah.
And I got absolutely caned. Was it the other night?
Yeah.
Just leaving voice notes.
Yeah, I got a lot of drunk voice notes
Oh,
from him.
God.
Like I was his ex.
Maybe you could step on my dick. I'm just saying. I thought the video had some good ideas.
It's content. That's where we're fucking headed.
You'd look great in a pair of gold heels.
All I'm saying is I wouldn't mind if you sniff my hair.
You don't have any hair to sniff.
My beard,
My
it's
beard.
beautiful.
Sniff my beard.
Oh, God.
You flirty bitch.
Bet it smells like a hamster's cage. Right, let's fuck off. Yeah, get on our Patreon. Don't be a cunt.
Yeah.
See you later. Thank you for
Fuck
coming
off.
on, Abigoliah. Bye.
Thank you for having me.
off.
And just flip everyone off too.